You shush, motherfucker.
Hey, welcome to happy Wednesday, everybody. This is your favorite crypto trading channel. And hey, man, the CPI numbers came out about an hour ago. And did we get a pump?
Oh man,
Now,
look at this thing. It's
oh
going
man,
crazy.
look at that. Now, hey, man, here's the big question. You know, what is this? Is this move going to last? Is
This
this a
candle,
fake out? Like, what do you got?
this candle standing up like you at a Beyonce concert.
Oh yeah, dog.
Give me your best Beyonce lyric. Exactly.
Man,
Don't be trying to Google in the background.
yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. This is perfectly played out here. So we had this pennant, down on this side, an upwards pennant, right? And we came back down, we dropped, we kind of took out that yesterday's low, psychological low as well, kind of tested that area, kind of peaked down, right, brought right back up. And then here we are with this, what happened there? Here we are with this move to the upside, and man, it's a fast move. I know we had the CPI print this morning, came in better than expected, but we are still at 8.5% inflation. And so people are looking for a Fed pivot. Fed's not pivoting until the labor markets get under control. So we had a very positive labor market. We had a very, I mean, all this says is that the Fed has the ability to engineer a very soft landing relative to this. But, do I believe that, this print warrants these kind of candles at this particular time, right before the New York Open? I mean, I don't think so, but this is where we're at. So if we look at this, kind of some higher time frames, daily, this is another vector candle on the daily. We haven't had one of those in a while, a couple weeks ago, and so this may be a continuation of that. But we're getting a lot of sell pressure up here, as you can tell by the wick on this candle as well. So they're either busting some shorts or people are adding to those shorts. And so we'll have to see if it continues to break through. But the momentum, looks stunning at this point, kind of moving forward. So, these, just in case anybody doesn't know, these green candles, this blue candles, the blue candle is actually a change of momentum candle. So this is a candle where you're probably getting a lot of liquidations. You're probably getting a lot of shorts, maybe calls for reversal, but it's a pretty fast move on the 1 hour. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Do expect a retrace at some point. But you see this yellow line up here at this 1920. This is another peak, if I can get to it, that's up here. So, if we get up to that yellow line, I think you mentioned earlier, I won't spoil the data, but you got some confluence up there as well. So as we push here, maybe into this 1900, this is all about getting retail on board on that CPI print as well. Again, this was a lot of volume that came in, very quick, very fast move. As far as the EMAs are concerned, you've got, the 200 that, is being brought up into this move as well. So expansion from the 800. But, we'll tell you, I mean, I'm just because, let's not get a kid. We got the bear shirt on today. We're still in a bear market rally. And so, any one of these moves, just remember it falls a lot faster than it goes up. And so I would be cautious of any move to the upside, especially a move that is, based upon data that's out there, at this point, especially this fast move. We had this, I drew this kind of this reverse pennant here last night, was looking at it. So you've got this move to the upside pennant, you've got this move to the downside pennant, and those kind of worked out, fairly well. So we don't really talk about chart patterns, but that is something to look out for. In addition, that pennant was made on yesterday's low, but you had a lot of shorts at that yesterday's low as well. So baiting those guys in more to then take those guys out. So that's on the 14-minute. What do I expect for later on into the day?
I think
So
I know the answer to that.
Yeah, I mean, we've already gone through this move right here. The futures market just opened. We know that the traditional stock market, the futures market was very high to begin with. I mean, they said that the news is supposed to come out at 8:30. It seems like it got released earlier than that. I guess it was 8:30 Eastern time. But we've already broken this high here. The next peak that I have is kind of this 1920. So I think we could have this move all the way up to this 1920 and then see some pullback from there.
I
So that's
think
where I'm
I think that they'll probably run all the way up there just because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to go long in that area, and then get those guys on board and pull it back real quick.
So here, as you can see, this is OI. We've got OI data, 5.7 billion, and they fixed this chart from yesterday. So we're up there from an OI perspective. I believe it's going to be a lot of liquidations as when we look at, kind of other bookmap and really high block. We're going to see a bunch of liquidations coming in on this end because this was a fast move straight to the upside. And I think we had a lot of people that were shorting this downside move. A lot of people are expecting this bear market rally to stop. What is that face for? What's going on? What are you looking at?
I'll have to show you here in just a minute.
Okay, well let me get through my stuff here.
Wow.
We've got mixed sentiment. We went positive relative to funding rate. We still got a little bit of negative, but mostly on the positive. I think people are really buying into this move. Again, we talked about the stock market. And so we've got Dow up 450 points. S&P is really kind of lagging. I mean, 1.63, but 67. And then NASDAQ is shot up. If we look at oil's back at 90. So that's trading fairly consistently. Consumer price index flat, right? That's 0.2%. We got core CPI, right? That's been reduced. CPI year over year, which is the number everybody's focused on, that 8.5 as estimated at 8.7. So the Fed is working its way out of this inflation problem. Core CPI year over year, 5.9. So it's been steady, even though it was expected at a little higher rate. And then you see some of the other things here. Then we'll have to wait till 11 and 2 to get some of the comments from the Fed relative to what they see moving forward. So we may get some additional information from them, some quotes coming in later. And then we've got at 2 p.m. also the federal budget compared with a year earlier. Exciting morning.
It has been. It really has been.
That's all I got on my
That's all you have.
Well, but I'm excited to see what's happening on your work.
Show you what I got. All right. Can you see that?
I'm looking at high block.
Okay. Right, so guys, high block capital, as you can see, we had a nice move up, and we have a 100x $244 million long liquidation at 1746. The 25x end of this is at 1693. Guys, when we make the turnaround, we're coming to get these big boys. So, whether you're looking to get in a short now, maybe you're already in a short. I want to say, at least write it down to 1746 for sure, because we will get there, and I'm sure we're going to get there real soon. They're not going to leave this guy out on the table and let these guys run. So that's awesome, man. To be honest with you, it's really cool. So do pay attention to that. Again, we're looking 1900, 1908 for a possible top, and then a rejection down there. I personally have some short orders at 1908. I believe there's a CME gap that hasn't been closed there. However, that's not financial advice, and do trade at your own risk. And so now that let's check out the other chart that we like to look at, which would be bookmap, and see what bookmaps got. Oh no, something. I think we're still good. Can you still see bookmap?
I can see bookmap.
Okay, great. So as you guys can see, what's happening here is we've come up here. We have a lot of long term liquidity up here around the 1850 area. We didn't quite get up to it. We did get close. We've cycled back down. We're cycling back through the range and sharp volume profile. However, right now there's not a whole lot of open orders. You've got 1821, 1812. Let's go ahead and take a look at a little larger scale to see where we have other long-term liquidity with high volume, low nodes, and kind of get an idea of maybe which way we're going to be heading for the short term. Again, right up here about 1850, we have a lot of orders. Really nothing too heavy above that. And then again, down here you see we got a bunch of orders, 1650, 1600. So again, guys, I would be looking for. I mean, the data's there. I mean, we're gonna be having a pullback at some point today. However, looks like we may want to retest this 1850 area again. So if we get back up there, do pay attention. If we get a nice breakthrough, we're probably going to that 1900 area that we talked about. However, if we don't and we get a rejection, I definitely think we're going to be back in that area to that 1760s areas to go pick up those long liquidations that showed up with over $200 million. Dude, I haven't seen a $200 million liquidation on high block in I can't tell. I can't tell you when, man. It's been a long time since I've seen that. So I'm excited for that. That's very cool. You know what I mean?
No, I mean this you know, and you know, it makes me wonder if, you know, that's kind of what initiated some of the move as well. That move to the upside of some of those orders coming in, but definitely come back to test those. I mean, we haven't retested some of these some key areas. You know, we talked about flipping, you know, not necessarily long term resistance that turn into support, but you know, just there's a couple of areas that I've got marked off on the chart. I believe that we need to come back to in order to really validate us moving to the upside and seeing if those things hold. And so, you know, I agree. I think we're both in confluence about 1908. You know, we can get up there. You know, but if you look at the move now, I mean, I know we're 30 minutes, 40 minutes into the hourly candle. So unless some more volume comes up, this move is definitely starting to slow down.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, you know, we'll just have to kind of see how it goes, but potentially get up, like I said, like we said, to that 1900 area and then kind of see where we go from there. But definitely would be fading this move. I don't believe, you know, what I'll be interested to see is will we start getting the rhetoric on the news channels that say, okay, you know, inflation's under control, you know, and this is the start to the next bull market, that the recoveries, that we've had that bottom. And as we all know, when they start talking about things are getting better and they start talking about moving up to the upside, that's when they're going to come get you. So hopefully, for guys like myself that believe that we haven't gotten the bottom, they're still sitting on the sidelines, haven't really converted anything into to crypto or equities at this point, looking for another opportunity to get in lower than what that low was, which I think was like at the 700 or no 950, I believe was that low that we hit. But we're up, you know, man. But if you bought that low, you're up a considerable amount at this point in time.
At least 100%.
At least,
and that's just a 1x, dude.
And that's a 1xer, baby.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
I think there's a garbage truck outside. It's loud as hell out here. Anyway, hey guys, that's all we have for the show today. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until next time. AMF.